if you want to do this whole social circle thing, you are going to have to get out of your mind dating the women. And this is going to be a foreign concept. And I'm going to go over some of the comments that I got on my last video. But you do not want to go into the mindset of you're doing this to date women. Dating women or dating some of these women that come out with you will definitely be a byproduct, and it will potentially happen, or it will happen, but it does not happen when you're showing intent right away and you're just, hey, I think you're hot, I want to date you. It's not going to work. You have to go into this with the mindset of, you know, I'm friend zoning every girl that I meet or I talk to or that I'm trying to invite out. It's not, oh, this girl looks good, so I'm going to invite her out just so I can try to talk to her. No, you got to go into it with the mind frame of, like I said, essentially friend zoning her. Now, if you talk to most Colombians, generally when you ask them how did they meet their last, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you ask both girls and guys, generally they're going to say it's through some type of social circle. It was either through work, it was through a friend, or something of that sort, some kind of social setting, social event. And generally, like I said, here is through friends. So what tends to happen when you are trying to do these type of events or build your social circle, a lot of the girls that are going to come out there are going to bring friends, and those friends are the ones that you want to try to talk to and hit on. But your general core group of girls that are coming out with you initially, those girls you don't want to hit on or try to talk to. Like I said, I know this is going to be a foreign concept for a lot of you. And there's a lot of guys that believe, oh, men and women can't be friends. It's possible. You just have to essentially get that mind frame of, I'm gonna just friend zone every girl that I talk to and meet. And I'm not gonna be trying to sleep with everybody that either comes out with me or that I meet. But like I said, it is possible. But essentially, I'm gonna go through a little bit more. So, I show as far as what I do. There's just some, kind of adventure. There's travel. There's, photos like this. And the reason why I say you guys need to clean up your Instagram, because any any girl that you are potentially talking to or that you're going to invite out, you want to always push them to your Instagram. And if your Instagram is not curated or it doesn't look good, you got three pictures on there, your profile photo's bad, or whatever it may be, it's going to turn a lot of girls off. So you want to make sure that you have, nice photos of essentially you doing things that are very high value, whether it's traveling, you being in expensive locations. Like here, this is the Brown Hotel, which I'll be going back there again this weekend with a few girls to do some photos and stuff like that. And so you're going to want to have things like this to essentially um, show that you have some sort of interesting life that other people will want to be a part of. This is me in Santorini, Greece, and so just this is just to give you guys a little idea of how you want your Instagram to look. And by the way, I'm saying this, I'm not saying I have the most perfect Instagram, but it does work. So as the new people are coming in, please hit the like button for me. So the next thing that I want to get into is some of these comments that people left on the last video. And I want to kind of address those because a lot of guys are essentially in this mindset that, if I'm not getting anything out of this, then, essentially I don't want to be doing anything for anyone else. And you have to understand that you have to sometimes give value in order to get value. All right. So first up on this, on these comments, this first comment here says, "Pay attention, fellas. This is what you have to do when you aren't fluent in the language of a country and you don't have much to offer besides what you have instead of who you are." He has to bribe, and he used the word bribe, them to come out. Paisas are very friendly. You can just walk up and you can just walk up to them and they will talk to you, and then build your social circle that way. So I doubt this person is in this live who left this comment, but you have to understand that most women are not going to come out with you if you are not offering them some type of value. You are not just telling the girl, hey, come over to my house, and she's just coming. You're going to have to take her out on a date. You're going to have to do something that involves you offering a type of value to her. For some reason, a lot of guys in this space, that watch content, you're very delusional as far as you just think the either us as YouTubers or whatever, that we should just have nines and tens flocking, or women flocking to go out with us, and us not having to spend any money or do anything. You're going to have to spend money if you're going to have to provide some type of experience or value to a woman, especially the really, really beautiful ones, for them to want to come out with you, for them to want to do anything with you. You're not just telling, walking up to a girl, regardless of how friendly she is, and being like, hey, come out with me, come over my house, or, come on a walk with me or something like that. Generally, it has to be something of value for them. So there was another comment here. Let me see, where is it? So this one says, that's crazy. You paid for all of their meals or most of it. What a great deal for them. Crazy what we have to do these days in Medellin. Anyways, great social experiment. Keep us posted on how things go with this. Really hope things work out for you, Brody. Okay. So as I said in my last video, that Medellin, let me make myself bigger here real quick. So I'm not sure if the people in this live have watched that last video, but what I essentially said is that Medellin is not set up in a way where it's like a Miami, a Vegas, a New York, or in LA, where they just have tons of events that are free for women that you can invite out, essentially, and work the system in order to essentially build your social circle. So here, let's just say if you want to invite a bunch of girls out to a club, and even if you plan on getting a bottle, those girls will have to pay cover if they're not in before like 10, 15, 10, 20, or whatever. And realistically, most girls aren't going out that early. So that means that they have to pay cover. Like here, a lot of places want to make their money. They don't care. They're not women driven like they are in the United States, where they're going to essentially just let a bunch of women in, and then they're expecting guys to come in and pay. Essentially, if you've been to Medellin and you've been to any kind of club here or social outing, you'll see that most people are in groups. They come in a group, they stay in those groups. They don't really separate too much. It's not like a Western influence country like United States or UK, or in Latin America. I can also compare it to Lima, Peru, where you can just go out and you can kind of meet singles that way. And even in those, even in like in Lima, there's no free bottles for girls, comp tables, or anything like that. So if you want to do something where you're offering value to women, you're going to have to pay something. Now, in my case, I'm lucky enough that I've actually worked with a lot of these restaurants where I film videos. And if you watch my best restaurants in Medellin video, a couple of these places that I'm working with now are on that list of those videos. So when it comes to me inviting girls out, there's a good deal for them versus maybe somebody else. Now, generally, when you come here and you start trying to get girls out, and if you deal with women here in Medellin or Colombia in general, you'll know that women are very flaky. Generally, women are going to go for the bigger, better deal, whatever that may be. You may invite her out to coffee or, something simple, but someone else is inviting her out to, go to Guadalupe or whatever. I'm just throwing examples out there, but they're going to go for the bigger, better deal. So when I'm offering them, hey, come to one of the best restaurants in Medellin, it's this and this, and this is going to be the experience, then more than likely they're going to come to that because I have the bigger, better deal versus whatever you're offering them at that time. So, or if their friends invite them out as well, that also too could be a reason why they will not come out. But essentially, you have to provide some type of value. So, in the case with the restaurant that I work with, or that I last did this event that all these comments are on. Let me go back to the comments. So, the restaurant that I work with, they have a ladies' night, and essentially what they did is they gave me a 300,000 or 300,000 discount for every 5 girls that I brought, or for every 5 girls with me. So now in my case, what I do is go to the I go to the waiter in advance and I just tell him, look, this is what it's going to be. The girls can order XYZ, XYZ, and that's it. And I try to stay within what I know my discount is going to be. Now, for the last event that I did, let me see if I can bring that up real quick. For the last event that I did, I I probably paid about $60 for 8 women to come out, uh, eat for a couple hours, drink. Well, they didn't have anything alcoholic. It was all just soda and water or juices or whatever. But they didn't have any alcohol. So for 2 hours, I paid about $60 for 8 girls to come out. Now, with those 8 girls that came out, I built rapport with them. They now know me. And then now going forward, whenever I want to invite them out to something, they're more than likely to come out than versus someone who has never met me before.